I want to welcome you back to another episode of what I branded Pivotal, since these interview style segments tackle impactful CPG industry topics and lessons from the business leaders that live it every day. This is going to be a sort of special edition Pivotal episode because it was filmed on site at this year's NACS Show in Atlanta. While my guest certainly doesn't need an introduction at this point, I would be remiss not to give major props to John Feldley. Since taking over as CEO in 2017, Feldley has built Celsius into one of the fastest growing beverage companies in the world. Celsius, whose brand positioning has evolved from a focus on weight management to fitness to now kind of like wellness lifestyle, has emerged as the third best selling energy drink behind only Red Bull and Monster Energy. John and I talked a bit about the importance around that brand strategy evolution, along with a handful of growth drivers that have been unlocked due to last year's PepsiCo deal. We also discussed how Celsius is driving hard into an overlooked sales channel strategy that in 2019 I declared, if successful, would put the energy drinks category on the beverage Mount Rushmore. This unedited conversation was filled with tons of fun but insightful moments that I'm certain you won't want to miss. But quickly, I want to kind of give some love to the supporters of this content. Combining a long heritage of flavor development and modern extraction technology, Synergy Flavors blends art, science, and market insights to create an exceptional array of tastes that drive brand innovation and delight consumers. And in this episode, you'll hear just how important flavor innovation has been to the success of Celsius energy drinks. To learn more about how Synergy Flavors can help your CPG brand stay one step ahead of the competition by developing high quality taste solutions, head over to synergytaste.com. Also, a huge thank you to BevNet for being the reason I attended this year's NACS show. More details soon, but just know you'll be seeing me develop some exclusive content for them that will focus on the emerging and intersecting categories of food, beverage, and nutritional supplements. So, if you don't want to miss any of my content, make sure you're following BevNet. But without further delay, here is the recent conversation I had with the CEO of Celsius Holdings, John Feldley.
Hello, buddy. Good to see you, my man. You doing well?
Yeah, how about yourself? Crushing it as always.
Great. It looks good.
It does.
Got a lot of competition coming by and taking photos and everything.
Hey, that's a good thing, right? That's what makes you feel a little bit good about that, right? Things have evolved a lot in 15, 16 years or whatever it was. I know that was before you were there, right? When did you come on?
I came 12 years ago.
12 years ago?
Yeah.
I was like, Toby's dad, I remember he made this great comment where he was like, the one stalwart within the company throughout the growth has been John. And it was like, man,
Jerry's a great guy.
I feel like that was such a compliment.
He's awesome.
You know?
Jerry's awesome.
I felt like I was dang, how great of a compliment was that? You know what I mean? That's really shows. I mean, obviously it's a team thing, but
It is. Jerry's been great. I mean, I worked with him. He wound up retiring in 2017, and he's been instrumental to this brand from the beginning. So it's a great guy. I've learned a lot from him.
How's the PepsiCo partnership? It's been a year, and then full DSD has been what, 3 quarters?
A full year. They sold their first case, the first week of October. So we're christening the 1 year anniversary. Actually, just had Kurt Tanner over there, and
you guys do shots
Paul
of
we were
Cosmic
doing
Vibes.
Yeah. We got some innovation over here. Our Essentials line.
I saw that.
16 ounces.
I love that.
We're doing some shots of that. Some great flavor combinations.
The girls were lighting me up. They were like, "These have 270 though, so don't drink too many."
That's how you start your NACS.
And Toby's like, "Give them all of them. Do them all." And I'm like, "All right." I was like, right before I talk to John, let me just light me up on a bunch of drinks. Do whatever I do.
That's it. That's how you start your NACS. You gotta come by the Celsius.
I mean, is there any? I mean, if I was on the alcohol side, I would be differently. I'd be like, it was like yesterday. This is the first time Grant came, and I was like, they had all these tobacco products and all these kind of alcohol products. It's like if we're on that side of the business, we're getting lit up a totally different way.
Lots of beef jerky. Get your sodium intake in here.
Such a wild experience. Say you're just a buyer of all categories. When you leave, what would you feel like? You would be messed up on all levels.
It's a great day. You got candy. You got all this good stuff in here.
Crazy.
New innovation. We're standing next to Mars, so we got Mars minis over
Yeah.
here. Those things are amazing.
Is that the next thing? Like you guys are going to do the collab on?
Well, I don't know. Like now, we're talking to Toby. We just went into Dunkin' Donuts, right? So we got one flavor in there. So like we're strategizing, maybe come out with a Boston cream flavor in there for Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know. Maybe you never know.
Hey, whoever at Dunkin' that listens to this, they're going to be like, we better hit these guys up. Let's do something. We need it. But I feel like that is probably like an unlock, though. I think you guys have done a really good job on flavor as a whole. Like, just with the launches, like as a whole, like you guys have been really good at coming out with those consistently, which I think energy drink customers, in my, at least, I guess, things that I've kind of pulled over the years is like they're really like always looking at discovery of flavors, like and then because I think there's so many across the competitive landscape, it then gets them maybe into other areas unless a brand is like constantly coming out with new ones, because then you're like, oh, I got another one to try out, which I think you guys have done like extremely good job on that.
Yeah, I think we're looking at what we're doing here, so we've always been like really fruit forward, right? So we got the fruit on the can, the combinations, and we've evolved a little bit. So we do have some new innovation on the fruit side. We got some new no fizz line coming out as well that we're expanding on, which is raspberry lemonade, which is really great flavor. And then we also have our vibe line we built upon, which is more fun, more inviting. It's like a journey in every sip. We got Cosmic Vibe we launched. We got some new vibes coming out next year. So the team's done a great job. It's a cross-functional team, lots of great flavors. That's what's driving the category and the portfolio.
Who comes up with the names of the vibe things? Is that you?
No, actually the names come from everyone on the team. So we literally have it's truly a cross-functional team. Flavors come out, concepts, we work with flavor houses, but then we also work internally. So, I mean, accounting, operations, HR, marketing, the innovation team, creative, from the sales team members, we're open to all ideas. So you got to follow the trends. Trends are very difficult to spot and, trying to follow. But most importantly, you want to lead, right? You want to lead with the flavor innovation. So I think this Cosmic Vibe we launched was perfect. I mean, the timing of it, when you look at what's going on with aliens being spotted, you got, I guess the NASA just went and brought like rocks back from an asteroid. So we have, it's like the timing of all the buzz around when these flavors launched has been great. And
the Mexican government found those aliens. You guys should have had them be drinking it.
I heard that capsule that came down from the asteroid had a Cosmic Vibe in it. It's amazing. NASA's like hooked on it now. It's great.
Wow, this is killing it. Yeah. You mentioned like Dunkin', but like food service as a whole, has that been like a really good unlock? And I saw also one of my favorite sandwich spots, like sponsor me guys, is Jersey Mike's. And you guys, like, I saw somebody shared it, and I was like, that's such a great partnership. And a couple people were kind of like, I don't get it, like this sandwich or whatever. I was like, no, I don't think you guys are understanding. Like, energy has become such a product or a category that then can be drank and sipped and enjoyed while you're drinking or eating food. I don't think it's so much as like it's only something you do in the morning as different as coffee or whatever. I think the use occasions have expanded.
Right, and I think, it's funny because without Pepsi, we wouldn't have this opportunity, right? So, but you look in the office, right? We have Celsius on, we have the Celsius coolers in the office. You look at when our employees drink the product. They're drinking it in the morning. We're all drinking it all day, but everyone's drinking it with their lunch. So we knew and we hear that from a lot of convenience store independents as well, and managers, and saying that the Celsius consumer is incremental because they're coming in and buying something else in the store besides an energy drink. Yeah. So, and also buying food items, especially Big Geyser, Jerry Rita up in Manhattan. He's also getting a lot of data coming from, store people going into the store, getting salads and sandwiches. That was like the early data we got. And now the partnership with Pepsi, that Jersey Mike's, we just went in about 3 weeks ago. It's been a great partnership. Also, they're big in college campuses and marketing as well, so it ties in really nice.
This kind of social listening, kind of looking at either TikToks or Instagrams and things like that. I've seen an explosion in college campuses, like just college, like in general. I think back, I'm getting old at this point, but like I remember my option was like Red Bull, and I think maybe like VPX Redline, RIP to that product that's not going to be there anymore, but like those are the only options that you had. Right. And it was even weird when you would see, I would carry it around because being in the space for so long, like I would go to shows and then people would give me cases of stuff. So instead of, I was never a coffee guy or whatever, so when I'd be going around campus, I'd be carrying this, and people are thinking like, wow, this guy must have had a rough night or something, because that was always like a party beverage. But I just was like, oh, this is my coffee or whatever. It's such a different experience now where kids are, like, it's kind of like the beverage is the accessory to their whole like personality.
Yep.
And I think you guys have like tapped into both, you know, the male general, I guess, idea of what the energy drink category's been built off of, but also females. Like, you guys have done an extremely good job with females. Like, I see more females taking pictures, sharing Celsius than anything, which is great. I mean, I feel like that is like, you're talking about incrementality, like that is unlocking so much. And then you get to write your own ticket wherever you want to go, because you're like, look at that, bringing in a female consumer.
You're bringing
group.
in new consumers to the category. I think, you know, to your point, that's an iconic brand you're building, right? When someone's proud, and it's taken us some time to learn about that through the journey. It's, you know, really we were focusing on the functionality of the product in the early days, and really going after that diet or weight loss consumer. And then we moved into, you know, we knew we had a great energy drink on our hands, so we moved in and really went into more of a pre-workout. Marketing as a pre-workout to help you have that better workout, and also it adds that thermogenic properties with the calorie burning and fat burning. And then today, we're really about this lifestyle, this fitness lifestyle, building that iconic brand. We want the Celsius C to be like that Apple logo, be that Monster logo that, you know, people put it on their cars, you put it on your laptops, and it says something of who you are. It's an extension, right? Celsius Live Fit, it's that essential energy. It says something of who you are. You're ready for the show, you're coming here, you're ready to have a great day, and live life to the fullest. That's what the DNA in the Celsius brand's about.
Have you seen many tattoos yet of Celsius?
I haven't seen any yet, but
like,
maybe
whoever that first person is, what do they get? Because like somebody's gonna watch this, and they're gonna go like, they're gonna get it done.
Your supply of Celsius.
there it is. I'm not giving it to you though. John's gonna give it to you, so contact him. Don't worry.
No, it's. I think it's been great to see where this brand is.
Oh, it's so crazy.
Consumers, and you know, it's fascinating. You talk about like the food pairing opportunity, which is non-traditional energy, because you don't really see some of those larger brands being paired with sandwiches and salads. Celsius with its unique flavors. I can't tell you the amount of people that come up and say, I don't drink energy drinks, but I drink a Celsius in the afternoon. I replace my afternoon coffee. So we're truly incremental to the category when you get all these consumers coming up saying, I love Celsius and I don't drink energy drinks. So that's great for the category. It's a great story for the buyers, and it warrants more shelf space for Celsius next year. So that's why we're here.
Yeah, no, I've done kind of that like on-premise 2.0. I was kind of saying like, hey, the first phase was all party, you know, like clubs, whatever, like even stadiums, things like that. But then it was like second phase, I think it's like quick service restaurants. Yep. I think it's also maybe even like the food service application. I think a few people have done some things, tests here and there, Red Bull, and maybe even Mountain Dew, a little bit of there, but like, you know, mixing in like a slushy with like an energy drink or something like that. And again,
like Taco Bell, what they do.
Taco Bell,
like collabs.
Is that something that could be on the horizon? Maybe
we would love to do that. We would love to do this kind of concept. I think, you know, Dunkin' Donuts would be great to create some type of Dunkin' Donuts, maybe Taco Bell, maybe Pizza Hut, maybe Jersey Mike's. There's a lot of opportunities there, you know.
Name drop them all. Just get them all in there.
Maybe Starbucks. You know,
unfortunately, I don't think any of them follow my channel. So I'm like, I'm gonna need to like,
Josh, help us out.
I gotta add all the presidents of all the
hashtag on the bottom.
On LinkedIn, every one of them this week's gonna get added. Any president of any QSR, it's gonna be like, bam, bam, bam. They're like, who's this Josh guy? What's going on here? I don't know this guy. What is this guy? Other thing I wanted to talk about was like, maybe this is kind of forward-looking a little bit, but like international expansion.
Yeah.
I know when that PepsiCo deal came through, that was the first thing I looked at. I was like, I know you guys have dabbled in it, and I think it's tough sometimes to do it on your own without having really Coke or Pepsi. And then when you have Pepsi, I think then that gives you that chance to kind of open up markets, especially the ones that I think are already really in energy drinks that just need the unlock on distribution. Right. Is that something that is going to happen over the next couple of years? You guys are going to really kind of dive into? I know like right now, domestic has been the focus because like, I mean, you're winning in your backyard, keep doing it. You know, why waste resources to try to kind of unlock new territories? But there's obviously low-hanging fruit out there.
Yeah, I mean, well, number one in the U.S., we just broke 10 share, right? Which hasn't been done in a decade, right? So there's been no other brand in the energy category that's broken 10 share, and we're just getting really started in that second phase, you know, the second inning with Pepsi in the U.S. So international, there's huge opportunities. We really want to make sure we have the right strategy, the right partners, the right, the right go-to-market strategy. It's really critical. We just don't want to place the product everywhere because the partners we're working with can place the product everywhere, get instant distribution across the country. But we want to be very methodical methodical on an approach to make sure we don't go too far, and then we have to pull back, retreat, re-strategize, and go. So we're like really methodical on our approach on how we're building that consumer. We're all creatures of habits. We go to the same store, the same gym, do a lot of the same activities, same restaurants. We need to get into that lifestyle. We need to build a strong foundation of a consumer base, so therefore we can scale on that. So those are things we're working on. We are in Sweden, we're in Finland. We got some distribution now in South Korea, we're in Taiwan, we're in Hong Kong, Malaysia. We're looking at like the UK, we're looking at Canada, there's opportunities. I think you'll probably find Celsius next year we're looking at Canada right now, so that's a big opportunity. That's easy, it's very close. Also additional markets in Europe are a big opportunity.
I want to talk one more growth driver, and that's kind of maybe a little bit of the product of the PepsiCo deal, but like just the expansion of marketing partnerships. I guess the ability to kind of go out and, I don't want to say like whale hunt, because I do think you guys have done a good job at like kind of snipering good opportunities. Like I think the MLS opportunity, like the perfect timing, F1, I think it's a great one. It's like, yeah, it was going, but like if you want to go international, you got to have those international appeal sports, which again, soccer, F1, that is what it is. And I think the timing a little bit, especially around the Miami football, like
amazing.
Talk about like how lucky did you guys get there? Then all of a sudden, like the eyes are on.
That was about 3 months after we partnered with them. And it was Inter Miami, and then Messi shows up, so that was amazing. And then look at what, and then we did the whole league partnership with MLS, so we can go. I agree that we're making those strategic bets to be able to build a global iconic brand, and those help. F1 helps, right? The partnership with Ferrari. It's mainly for the U.S. right now, but we're looking for we'll be bringing those assets, activating at retail, bringing in new consumer segments, and that's the way you're going to have to scale. You're going to have to scale with these bigger, larger strategic, bets or opportunities that you can leverage locally.
Yeah, I love the was it one of the opening college football games where you guys were on the net, which like blew people.
My phone went crazy.
Oh
on
my
that.
God! I
That
think
was
it's like
amazing.
I was getting hit up constantly. They're like, wait a minute, where are the good hands from Allstate? Where'd it go? Like what? I was like, they took over. It's done. I was like, now you're just gonna see yourself. I was like, this is the iteration of all it's gonna go. Like, and then it's such a big impact because I feel like, again, it's still America's sport. I think at the end of the day, and like people do notice that. Like, think about such a great placement.
We got over 170 college students who graduate through the Celsius University program. They're in 78 college campuses. We're sampling on campuses. We're activated on campus. It's a great program, and we're tying into sports. So, Celsius won. The MLS partnership, what's interesting, we have the extended time sponsor. So Celsius brings that essential energy for that extended time. We're looking for those type of opportunities that ties in with the authenticity of the brand. Like college universities, we got the goal. We got some other things in the works too for this year. It's exciting. 24 is going to be great.
You guys are smart. You guys got some thinkers.
We got to learn something new every day. Never be complacent. Never be complacent.
And before I let you go, I got one thing. There was a little bit of an argument on LinkedIn where somebody said that I was lying, that you had a picture of me hanging in your office. They said, no way, that's not. I've been in his office. It doesn't happen. I said, well, he just hides it. Now, so you might have to take a picture or might just say on camera that it's true. But people were lying. They said, no, John would never do that. So set the record straight.
Josh is the man. He's always in the office.
Cut, so we're done. We're done.
I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. If you did, consider hitting the like button to support me. Also help me get to my new short-term goal of 3,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. I'd love to see you join me on this journey, but we need to fix the fact that basically 80% of you that are watching this YouTube video right now are not subscribed to my channel, and that makes me extremely sad. But I do want to thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.